Good morning, artists. This week we're going to work on drawing some more spring flowers. It's my favorite time of year, and I love drawing flowers. They're easy and beautiful, and I hope you enjoy drawing along. All right, so I've attached the step-by-step drawing guide to the lesson. Looks like this, so you guys can see this as you draw, or you can follow along with me. I'm going to use a pencil, a Sharpie, and I think some crayons today. Just kind of want to. Step one for this drawing is to go ahead and draw a line across the bottom of your page that's going to show where our grass is. And it's kind of like a crazy, bumpy line. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're just showing that there's some grass texture down at the bottom of the page. The next step is to draw. I'm actually going to start by drawing or tracing a circle up on the left-hand side of my page. That's going to be the center of my flower. And around that circle, I'm just going to draw some really simple petals. And these are just curved lines. I'm sure you've drawn petals before. Most people have drawn flowers. And we start with this really simple daisy shape. At the bottom of that flower, I'm just going to add a nice long stem. 2 straight lines down to the bottom of the paper. And to make this flower even more beautiful, I'm going to add one more layer of petals, just like our example drawing. So my next petals are going to be bigger and on the outside of my first petals. So I'm just going to draw these like really giant petals that kind of go around the edge of my first set of petals. I forgot to get my eraser out. I'm gonna erase that line. Here's my big petals, and it's just the same shape, only bigger, and on the outside edge of my first set of petals. For my eraser, I'm just gonna erase this little part of the stem that you can see. There you go. So on my stem, I'm gonna add some nice leaf shapes, and leaf shapes are the same shape as petals. They just kind of curve, they start inside, they curve around, and then come back around. Just gonna add some leaves down my stem. And then some veins in the leaves. I'm sure if you've ever looked at a leaf or held a leaf, you can see the little vein marks. This flower also has a little curlicue. I can't fit it over here, so I'm gonna put it on this side. Just like a curled up stem, or maybe a leaf that's opening, a brand new leaf. Over on this side, I'm gonna add my second flower, and I'm gonna start with the center. And for this center, it's a straight line across the top, and then a curved line below, kind of like if you're gonna draw a boat. That's the shape that I would start with. And the petals are gonna come out from this, all the way around the top. And the stem comes down. Next step is some leaves with the veins. I'm gonna make these leaves pointy to make them a little bit different from my first set. And another curlicue. You can add as many leaves as you want. These are your flowers. You decide what you want them to look like. And there's one little baby flower that's gonna be down here in the center. So I start with my circle in the center. Like I like to start in the middle. It's easiest for me to draw flowers if I start there. And a little baby stem. And this guy doesn't really have any room for leaves, so I'm just gonna leave him just as he is. Our example picture has some little, looks like a fly, and some type of butterfly or dragonfly. I'm looking at this example picture. You can see there's two little guys. So I'm gonna draw, I think I'd rather have a bee than a fly. So I'm gonna draw a circle for my bee body. And bees have stripes. And I'm gonna give my bee some wings. and maybe a little hint of a stinger so you know it's a bee. There's my little bee. And over here I'm gonna draw a butterfly or a dragonfly. I'm not exactly sure what this is. I think it might be a butterfly, I don't know. So the body is like, I don't know, a bean shape maybe? You do your best to draw however you want. This guy has like an extra long wing. These shapes, these wing shapes, these petal shapes, and the leaf shapes are all very similar. So once you've mastered one, you can definitely master the other. All right, so I think that's it for my picture. I'm gonna go ahead and trace this with Sharpie. And I think I'm gonna color with crayons today just because I'm in the mood for crayons. So you can watch that and work along with me.